I request my Lord, Honorable Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, the Chief Justice, High Court of Orissa, to kindly declare this event open. Yes. Thank you, my Lord. Namaskar to all. Technology has completely changed the world and our daily life to a significant extent. Wider infusion of technology will go a long way in improving the service and efficiency of the administration of justice. In order for the judiciary to get benefits of digitization and protective approach, the bench and the bar across the country must show greater willingness in adopting technology for filing and other ancillary actions. I, Varsha Sharma, Sub-Divisional Judicial Magistrate, Paralakhemundi, on behalf of the Judgeship of Gajapati and its bar associations, welcome everyone to this inaugural ceremony of e-filing station and hands-on training program on e-filing and other e-services for the advocates of the district and taluka courts. On this day, we are fortunate to have amongst us Honorable Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, the Chief Justice, High Court of Orissa, and Honorable Dr. Justice B.R. Sarangi, Judge, High Court of Orissa, and the Administrative Judge for the District of Gajapati. It is our privilege to have Honorable Judges of the High Court of Orissa who have graced this event in virtual mode. We are delighted to have the esteemed officers of the registry who are present here, as well as those who have joined us virtually. It is our honor to have with us the learned members of the Bar Association of the District of Gajapati and other distinguished guests present in the event. With the permission of the Chair, I request respected District and Session Judge Gajapati Sri Shatabira Mishra to deliver the welcome address. Sir, please.
Namaskar, Jai Jagannath. Doda Parpara Anek Anek Shubhechha. Change is the only constant in life. Unless we accept and adapt to it, when it steps in, someday it will become an imposition. Today's event marks an unprecedented change in tune with Article 51A(h) of the Constitution of India, where all of us are welcome to a system that aims at making the justice delivery system more affordable, accessible, cost-effective, and above all, more efficient, reliable, and transparent. With the inauguration of the e-filing station and the hands-on training program for the esteemed members of the bar, we are going to take a major step forward in achieving the pious objective of the e-courts project of the Honorable Supreme Court of India that aims at creating more citizen-centric facilities and at the same time a robust court management system through digitization. The e-filing station will provide a single window facility to the esteemed members of the bar in the matter of e-filing and constantly guide and assist them to access, adapt, and utilize technology in their professional activities and give them a sense of inclusiveness. The hands-on training program is a skill-based training program that will provide experiential learning to the esteemed members of the bar, facilitated by the Honorable High Court of Orissa. On this momentous occasion, I feel extremely honored and privileged to welcome, on behalf of the District Judiciary and all the members of the Bar Associations of this district, Honorable Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, the Chief Justice, High Court of Orissa, who, with his indomitable spirit, has been constantly leading us through the march towards the digitization and paperless courts. I warmly welcome Honorable Dr. Justice B.R. Sarangi, Judge, High Court of Orissa, and the Administrative Judge of our district, who has been constantly encouraging and motivating us in this journey. I also welcome Honorable Judges of the High Court of Orissa who have graced the occasion through virtual mode. I warmly welcome the esteemed Registrar General and other officers of the Registry of the Honorable High Court who have joined this event through virtual mode. I extend my heartfelt welcome to Sri Prabhakar Gantia, Registrar Inspection, and Sri Chinmaya Mishra, Chief Judicial Magistrate, Dhinkanad, the master trainers for the hands-on training program. I also welcome Sri Anupam Patra, Central Project Coordinator, Honorable High Court of Orissa, who has extended his cooperation in preparing this program. I extend my warm welcome to Sri Ramnath Mishra and Sri M. Tuthiraj, the President and the Secretary of Bar Association Paralakhemundi, Srimati Kamalini Patnaik and Sri Vipracharan Sanapati, the President and the Secretary of Bar Association Arudagiri, Sri Ravindra Nayak and Sri Susanta Mallik, the President and the Secretary of Bar Association Mohana, along with all the executive body members and the esteemed members of the Bar Associations who have joined us physically and through virtual mode. I cordially welcome the members of the print and electronic media, and last but not the least, all the esteemed members of the Bar who have expressed their willingness to participate in the training program so as to take this mission forward. I hope and trust that we will be the harbinger of the intended reforms. With these words, I conclude. Vande Utkal Janani. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for the warm welcome extended to our honorable guest. May I now request Shri Ramnath Mishra, President, District Bar Association, Gajapati, to kindly address this gathering. So, please.
Honorable Justice S. Muralidhar, Chief Justice of Orissa, Honorable Justice Dr. B.R. Sarangi, our portfolio and
Master question.
And my dear friends, my friends means R.A. President and Secretary, Mohana President and Secretary, and 11 members of Paralakhemundi Bar Association. You heard everything. Her e-filing and Justice Muralidhar has specially came to inaugurate this e-filing, which will help the coming advocates who will know the computer and e-filing systems. And will, as an elder man, I also say that I will also be benefited because my juniors will be doing every work, and as it is a paperless work, no signature is also required. Now, digitization of records. Now we are filing memo, petition, etc., and file will be prepared for our case. But now in this e-filing, no case record will be prepared. Full utilization of the court is possible. Whatever things you require, you will get. There is a possibility of getting all facilities in the same day. And immediate service of summons. Now we have seen the judges will go on with my word. No summons is being served on any accused or any witness. I have seen so many thumb impressions. Those who are not receiving, but it is coming to the court as it is served on him. For instance, I can say PP of Srikakulam was accused in on 294 case. He was a man of this Paralakhemundi subdivision. So the Paralakhemundi service, the fuel has gone and get a tipper of that PP of Srikakulam district, who is MLLB and most respected person. And this is type of summons service was there. Now the going for this e-service where will decide the summons will be served as in convenience for filing at home or office. Now filing cases, you need not come to the case. You may at your home or you may sit in any place and file the case by e-purpose. Cost of maintaining papers or nil, because no paper will be used. That's why that cost is also nil. No chance of misplacing. Now you are searching for so many things for your record, going and telling to money in the court. Then our request goes to the clerk and he gets the case record as it feels better. This is the trial also. As we say that as a demand was given by Justice B.R. Sarangi, the trial will be expedited as it is accordingly. And I assure you, sir, we will follow all these things and trial will be conducted very, very, very fastly and cases will be closed. The old cases will be closed and we will expect new cases by closing the old cases. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. May I now have the honor of requesting His Lordship, Honorable Dr. Justice B.R. Sarangi, Judge, High Court of Orissa, and the Administrative Judge for the Judgeship of Gajapati, to kindly address the gathering.
My esteemed Honorable Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, the Chief Justice of Orissa High Court, Honorable Justice Jaspal Singh on virtual mode, and Honorable Justice S. K. Pandirahi, Honorable Justice B. Nursing, Honorable Justice M. S. Raman, and Honorable Justice, those are on virtual mode watching this proceeding, and Mr. Registrar General of Orissa High Court and its team, and mostly the Mr. Anupam Patra, the CPC and his team, and Mr. Chinmay, the master trainer, and all other persons who are present here. It is a great time for us to learn many things, and each day is a learning day for us. I am saying because with the passing of age, we are also learning each day. When Justice S. Muralidhar are not joined in this High Court, we have never thought about this e-system. The day he joined here, at least the things have progressed in such a manner. Within 1 year, I think we have much ahead of many states, not only Orissa. In many states, we must ahead of that. Because we never conceive of this situation. And the COVID pandemic 19 has taught us a lesson that no, even if somebody is handicapped for purpose of not attending the court, this e-mode filing, e-mode virtual witness examination, that can also be done. Thereby, this is a learning. Even if something we lose, something we gain. This gaining a process has to continue. And as such, my CPC and his team, along with Master Trainer Chinmay and others, those are the job itself. As and when they have requested, they are moving each of the bar associations to give the training to all the bar members, so that there should not be any gap between the bar and bench. To have the good bridge between the bar and bench, this training process has been continued, and maybe I may be the last man in the system itself, because Gajapati is a small district. I welcome my Chief Justice to my administrative district to have this training program for my all advocate members here, and I believe that this training will be a very, very, very fruitful for all of you, and this benefit will continue to get. If any difficulty is there, you can also have the interaction with these master trainers and your local persons. At best, within a couple of years, we will find that many of the young members of the bar, as well as the old members, we will not exclude the old members. Because now we find many old members that getting time, they are just using over this mouse of their own laptop and also the desktops. Then with this system itself, both old and young generation, they will be educated, and this new system will continue very rapidly, and as such, it will help for the dispensation of justice. With these words, I conclude because of giving this opportunity to say something. Thank you all.
Thank you, my lord, for the inspiring words. May I now request Honorable Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, the Chief Justice, High Court of Orissa, to inaugurate the e-filing station at District Court Complex, Gajapati. I now request His Lordship, Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, the Chief Justice, High Court of Orissa, to kindly deliver the inaugural address.
Good afternoon. Pranam, Vande Janani. My dear colleagues, Justice Jaswant Singh, who is present virtually, Dr. B. R. Sarangi, who is present here physically, Justice Sarangi, Justice Pandirahi, Justice Pragaka Sahu, Justice Nursing, Justice Raman, Sri Satyapira Mishra, the District Judge, the President and Secretary of the Paralakhemundi Bar Association, the President Secretary of the Mona Bar Association, of the R. Udayagiri Bar Association, the lawyers present here, my own dedicated team, the CPC, Shri Almut Batra, the Registrar Inspection, Shri Prabhakar Gantia, Shri Chinmay Mishra, the Judicial Officer from Denkanal, who's a master trainer. It's a very happy occasion for all of us that one more e-filing station has been inaugurated in the state of Odisha. Gajapati may be the southern tip of Odisha, but Gajapati is on the judicial map of Odisha. The facilities in Gajapati should be no different from any other district in Odisha. So this is the main objective of ensuring that there are e-filing stations in every district in Odisha, and that people of Odisha, irrespective of where they are located, are not denied the benefits of enhanced access to justice. I just want to focus on those words a bit more. We've always been speaking of access to justice. One is, of course, the physical access to justice. Therefore, we have more and more courts. Geographically, we are opening more courts. We have subdivisions of the district courts. We have outlying stations. We have Gram Nyayalayas. We have JMFCs. So there is at one level an effort to open more and more courts so that courts are located closer to where people live. And that way we improve access to justice. The other way we improve access to justice is to make sure that people do not have to travel long distance to go to the courts they wish to go to. So a person in Mohana may want to reach the district court in Paralakhemundi. A person in Mohana may want to reach the High Court in Cuttack. A person in Mohana may want to reach the Supreme Court of India. How do we reduce the distance? How do we make it easier for people to access the courts? So we are using technology to bridge the gap between the person and the court, the litigant and the court, the witness and the court, the victim and the court. There are many people who come to use the court system. All of them should have the benefit of technology. So lawyers asked, what about us? Are we not supposed to benefit from technology? There's no question of litigants benefiting from technology unless lawyers benefit from the same technology, unless judges benefit from the same technology. So it is with that purpose in mind, conscious that not all lawyers can afford a smartphone. Not all lawyers will be able to file cases from wherever they are. It is with that objective in mind that we started opening e-filing stations. You're all aware during the COVID pandemic times, we did open BC cabins in every district headquarters, and that is still functioning. Even here, I think BC cabin. The idea was that even if the lawyer is unable to have a laptop, unable to have a desktop, unable to have a phone through which he can appear, the lawyer can come to the court, to the BC cabin and appear from there. The advantage of the BC cabin or any other device that you may have is that you're not talking of only appearing before, let's say, the High Court in Cuttack, but you could appear in any court that you wish to. Technology makes this possible. These moves were already planned by the E-Committee of the Supreme Court, but during the COVID times, it just got accelerated. I remember the Delhi High Court, they had an elaborate plan for telepresence. This very thing that we are doing now, Justice Jaswant Singh sitting in Cuttack, Justice Sanjeev Panigrahi sitting in Cuttack, Justice Sarangi sitting here with us in Paralakhemundi. And if some judge wanted to participate from, let's say, Delhi, he could participate from Delhi. There have been instances where judges have addressed us from different locations outside of Orissa. All this was then thought of requiring an elaborate network of elaborate infrastructure. So I remember the Delhi High Court, it was almost a 6-month plan to have the telepresence center. We call it telepresence because you sit at this end of the monitor and the others are appearing on the monitor and you're having a conversation. But today they're actually doing it day in and day out. Conferences are being held in Zoom, hearings are being held in Zoom, ceremonies, functions, name anything, it's all happening online. all the time. And this is not just the courts. So the spread of technology is pervasive. It has left no one untouched. About 20 years ago, many of us in this room would not have had a mobile phone. But today, I think almost every one of us has a mobile phone. Sir, do you have a mobile phone? I saw you making a call just a few minutes ago, correct? Sitting here, you could make a call. Even while Justice Sarangi was talking, he could make a call and talk to somebody. Madam, you have a mobile phone? See, Madam is of maybe our generation. Justice Sarangi is in my generation, correct? So, even she is not deterred by technology. She is curious about how her phone works. She did not say, oh, this mobile phone I will not touch. This is something beyond me. I want to use only the landline. She could have easily said that. She said, no. I'm sure you consulted some grandchild or your children when you wanted to find out which phone to buy. And now when a new phone comes, you'll again ask your grandchild, should I get this new phone? And how to use this phone? Can you teach me? She won't ask me or Justice Sarangi. She'll ask her grandchild. Why? The grandchild knows more about that phone than she does. And more importantly, more than we do. So our teachers cannot teach us about the devices as well as our younger generation can teach us about those devices. Chinmay is much younger than me, but he's a far superior teacher of these devices. Anupam is far younger than many of us, but he's a far better teacher than many of us. And Anupam is not as good as a teacher maybe than his daughter is. Maybe his daughter can use his devices far better than Anupam can. That is how this whole technology works. So we set aside all the seniority, experience, knowledge, wisdom, grey hair, set it all aside. When you have to learn, you have to learn. The youngest person in the room may be your teacher. Learn from that youngest person. You have this in mythology, Kartikeya. I'm sure you've heard of Kartikeya. Kartikeya gave the Pranava mantra, right, to his own father. So the son became the guru of the father. So you have a religious place in south called Swami Malay, Swaminathan. The name Swaminathan, yeah, from Skanda Purana. You get it from Skanda Purana. So even in our Puranas, you have the younger person teaching the older person. I don't see why in 2022 it can't be possible. So let us be keeping our minds open. In fact, I just spoke to the bar some time ago. We as the older generation, sir, we are the same generation as Mr. Ramnath Mishra, the president of the Bar Association. We are all the same generation, sir. But we don't stop learning. Why do we have to learn? Because the problems facing our litigants requires us to learn. We don't have a choice. The litigants want greater access to justice. The litigant knows there's an e-filing facility. Today this event is going to be on YouTube, correct, Anupam? So somebody sitting even in the remote corner of USA, he could be from Orissa. He could be in the remote Seattle, sitting in Seattle, or Mr. Mohanty sitting in Seattle. He goes on YouTube. He finds in Orissa, oh, in Gajapati, the district I come from, e-filing is available. Then he tells his nephew here, Arey, what are you doing, wasting your time going and sitting in the lawyer's office day after day after day? You can actually take one standard modern draft which is available on the net. Nephew says, yes, it's available. Yes, it's available on the net. People are teaching you on the net how to draft, how to file. Instruction videos are there. So the litigant today, sir, knows more about all of this than you do. This is the reality of the matter which we have to accept. As lawyers, we have to accept that our litigants, our clients, are likely to know more than we do as far as how the court system functions, what are the latest technologies available, and how to reach courts through that technology. They know more about these devices. Their entire life is now controlled by these devices. Lawyers cannot be falling behind. So your demands, which is what I meant when I told the president. The president had his whole list of demands today before us. But I asked him to add a few more demands. Usually you will find the Chief Justice saying, no, don't make so many demands. But here I welcome Justice Savitri Ratho. I can see her having participated in our deliberations. It makes it possible for people to participate like this. Technology really makes it easy. So I was telling the president, add some more demands. What demand should you add? You should add the demand that I want to know more about technology. I want to know more about e-filing. Why? Because it's the thing that is now all over the world. Internationally, courts are encouraging e-filing. Your company law board started, company law tribunal has e-filing. Your intellectual property appellate board has e-filing. Your income tax appellate tribunal has e-filing. Your income tax returns are e-filed. All of you as lawyers went to your chartered accountant and filed paper returns. I'm assuming many lawyers file returns, unless I'm mistaken on that. So today you can't file income tax return except online. Will we as a bar go, we'll abstain from work till we are allowed to file paper returns, income tax returns? No, we will not say that. We will quietly file income tax returns online because that is the way the world is today. The world around us has changed. We have to respond to the change. If as lawyers we do not respond to the change, not only will we become irrelevant, the system also can become irrelevant. People will stop engaging with the system. People will stop coming to a lawyer who does not know anything about technology. This is the fact of the matter. The younger generation is transacting entirely through devices. They are no longer writing inland letters. They are not writing postcards. They are not holding a pen and writing anything, sir. They are only texting. They don't even have time to talk to you, correct? You sit at the dining table, your son and daughter have no time to talk to you. They are busy texting. They don't meet you in the eye. Even when you're talking to them, they're busy looking at the screen. Either the screen in front or the screen of the phone. Correct? So life has changed. We have to adapt. But when the same children, same grandchildren, the same young people get into trouble, they have to come to the lawyers. The lawyers have to come to the courts. The lawyer will show me a phone, like this gentleman has this phone. Next time when he comes to the court, he will have his client's phone. He'll say on this client's phone, an objectionable message has been received, my lord. You have to do something, Your Honor. You have to stop this happening, Your Honor. You will not say that, you will say it. Your Honor will ask you how to do it, Mr. Lawyer. Mr. Lawyer can't say, Your Honor, I do not know anything. You please look into it and do something. That is no argument. Mr. Lawyer will have to tell Your Honor how exactly the phone is capturing this electronic evidence, how to retrieve that electronic evidence, how to present that electronic evidence. Where will Mr. Lawyer learn it? Go back to law college? No, he can't. So Mr. Lawyer has to learn from his peers, maybe learn from his juniors, learn from Mr. Chennai Mishra. That is how the world is going to be hereafter. We will have to learn more about the changes around us from people younger to us. But if we stop learning, if you're not prepared to learn, you will get left behind. We don't want to be left behind. Whether we are in Gajapati or in Cuttack or in Bhubaneswar or in Delhi or in Bombay, there's no choice left with the lawyer. He has to know more about the technology. He has to learn to use technology. Technology is already being used by all our clients. Technology is controlling our lives in a very big way. And the lawyers should know how to navigate through all of that so that no one is denied access to justice. That is the first and foremost task for the lawyer. If your client has wrongly been picked up on the basis of a morphed evidence, let's say somebody substituted the face of one person with another, which you can do electronically, and your client has been picked up saying he's the person in the camera. Your client knows he was not there in the camera. Only you can know how the technology can be manipulated, how it should be tested, what you will ask the court to do, how you demonstrate that your client is innocent. If you do not know how to use the technologies, how it is presented in court, how it should be projected before a court, you will not be able to do justice to your client. So I would urge each of you to participate in greater numbers in training programs like this. I'm very happy with the turnout today for the hands-on training. It's very encouraging to see lawyers in all remote corners of Orissa. This is the 30th district I visited in Orissa. So I can safely say I've traveled to every district in Orissa. I've met every bar association. I've met every judicial officer in Orissa. And all of them are eager to know more, to learn more, and to do more for the people of Orissa. So we are also having training for judicial officers as much as we are having training for the bar. When master trainers who are judicial officers train all of you, they learn more. With every training session, Prabhakar Gartia, Chinmay Mishra, Anupam Patra, all of them learn more. That's why they come back for all these training sessions. The more you use these devices, the more you engage with all these technologies, the more it will teach you how to use them. The more you learn to drive a car, it makes it easier to drive the car, right? So I would encourage all of you to keep going back and using the system irrespective of age. Madam tells us that age is no bar. It did not prevent her from taking the mobile. It won't prevent her from knowing more about the mobile. She has a curious mind. She wants to learn more. So let us be inspired by that. In some training sessions, I think in Barampur, Chinmay will recall, we had some very elderly members of the bar enrolling for the training. It was very encouraging to see that. So age is no bar. This is what we owe the public. This is we owe the litigant public, the victim, the witness. We owe all of them this. So let us seize this opportunity. Let us improve our knowledge. Let us improve access to justice. And let us keep the flag of justice flying high. Thank you for listening. And I'm wishing you all the very, very best. Pranam.
We all thank you, my lord. I now request Sri M. Prithviraj, Secretary District Bar Association, Gajapati, to kindly deliver the vote of thanks.
Honorable Chief Justice, Orissa High Court, Honorable Judge from Administrative Judge of the Judgeship of Gajapati District, Justice Dr. Sarangi sir, Honorable District Judge of Gajapati District, and the judicial officers of the Judgeship of Gajapati District, and the judicial officers of Cuttack as well as the Dhenkanal, and the learned and the trainers as well as my president and the president secretary of Mohana and the president secretary of Arodhigiri Bar Association. I would like to thanks to our Honorable STGM Paralakhemundi who give me an opportunity for vote of thanks. I may say one thing. Today, it is an auspicious day for Gajapati Bar Association because, again, I say, without our invitation, our Honorable Chief Justice as well as our Justice B.R. Sarangi and the Honorable Judges who are present in the virtual mode, cooperating with us, and they hear our demand. That's why again I thanks to them. I would like to say one thing regarding the e-filing. Yes, it is required because the generation is changing. Once upon a time there was no any technology, but now number of tribal women are using, those who are going to the to bring some woods, firewoods, they are also using the mobile phones. Without any English knowledge, they also know the names which are fitted in English. So I think the technology, it is a magnet, I think. The technology itself is a magnet. Once it is touched the heart of every human being, we can't avoid it. So I hope definitely this program will help us in future generation as well as this future. And again, I would like thanks to all of my officers as well as the present members. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I have the permission of your lordship to declare the event closed? Obliged, my lord. The event is closed. The hands-on training for the advocates of the second batch shall commence shortly. The participants are requested to remain seated at their respective training stations. Thank you.